as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
McCarthy off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. When you look at this defense, this unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
In motion right, Olave. Now a fake on the Gene sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. When you look at this defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now McCarthy. A short throw there to Strange. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Maxwell Hairston. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Saints.
Cougar 19.
A handoff, running left is Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
He finds Douglas complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Throwing again, McCarthy. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Kendre Miller from 6 yards away. And the Saints have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw here. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He'll try and do this himself. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. On the counter, Mitchell. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll set up to throw. He'll try to do it himself. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Let's go.
On third down, Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Going for it, here's McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
That's good.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check go.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Mitchell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
That's Warriors 70.
They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin with a run by Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air with McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. A 1st down carry now for Miller. They'll get this down to the 48-yard line. 2nd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. McCarthy operating from the gun. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jimmy Horn Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 5. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. Adnan Mitchell in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out of the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. And Mitchell with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days.
He's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Home team 29. Visitors 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. That one out wide and intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
79 Broncos. Tag. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Danny Stutzman in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Tag. 70 Lions.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get it inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Come on, set. Let go.
2nd and 11. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got it. Touchdown. And now Mitchell with touchdown number 20 on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Look at the spin. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
13 yards. And the Saints first down.
On play action, now McCarthy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To the air again, McCarthy. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Miller. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Now Bolden on the return. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 64 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Miller running right. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jimmy Horn Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Visitors 29.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
12 at the Saints' 47-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll look to throw. And this time will be intercepted. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's McCarthy. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have the Saints first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. On play action, McCarthy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 48 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win,